Hi there, my name is Matt Crowley. I'm the Vice President of Digital Services here at More Visibility, and I oversee our SEO, analytics, and design development teams. I'm here to answer this month's Ask the Expert question. And this month's question is very pertinent and is relevant to kickstarting both SEO and SEM initiatives as everything looks forward towards reopening. So to answer that question, it's first most important to point out that the questioner is on the exact right path in thinking about both SEO and SEM together, rather than just thinking about these in silos. This is important because SEM and SEO can really help one another as you look to allocate both costs, ad spend, and resources and efforts internally with things like content production or content optimization or keyword research. And so there's three specific tips that I would give to you as you start looking forward towards kickstarting your SEO and SEM initiatives when things start to pick back up. And the first thing is to look for the areas that are most profitable to your organization and first focus there. That may seem like a no-brainer, but ultimately that might be a great avenue to focus more of your SEM initiatives early on as opposed to your SEO initiatives. Knowing that with SEM you're going to have a lot more of an expedient time getting those ads up and running as opposed to the sort of longer term investment that SEO is. So focus on your most profitable areas, number one, and largely that's going to be taking SEM, essentially having SEM take a little bit of the heavier workload there. And then number two is assessing your campaigns as you start moving forward for areas of profitability for the campaigns and return on investment, so that you may be able to identify a few areas that SEO can take a little bit more of the heavy workload there. This is going to be important to pull your data from both across SEO and SEM to maybe see where there are areas where you're ranking well, but not as well as maybe you should. Maybe you're on the bottom of page one or on page two in terms of your organic visibility. But with some shorter term efforts, you might be able to move up into the top few positions. And if that's an area that's a little bit less profitable for you in terms of SEM campaigns that you're running, that might be an effort that would be really worthwhile towards allocating some SEO resources to really increase that visibility in the short to medium term, where you're maybe a little bit less profitable in terms of your SEM campaigns. So number one, first focusing on profitability, get those quick wins with SEM. Number two, focusing on areas that are a little bit less profitable for you when it comes to the competition levels and budget levels within SEM, and then bringing in your SEO data to help identify if those are areas that SEO can take a little bit more of the workload. And then the final area and the third tip that I would give you is to make sure that you're focusing on the right KPIs across both channels and looking at things both in totality as a whole, as well as breaking out the data a little bit more granularly and assessing performance and opportunities within both channels. So that would involve looking at both channels in aggregate to see, as we mentioned with steps 1 and 2 or tips 1 and 2, how they can work together, but also not forgetting that they are different channels and have different economics and work differently. And you want to make sure that you still have different strategies and optimization efforts for each one of them. So the first tip there in summary would be to focus on your most profitable areas in the short term as you look to kickstart efforts, largely letting SEM lead the way. And then number two would be to identify areas that maybe from an SEM perspective, whether it's the cost of those campaigns, the cost of those keywords, or the competition, maybe a little bit of a less profitable area for you to be running SEM campaigns to let your SEO efforts drive and sort of lead the way there. And then the third is to make sure that you're looking at both of these channels, both together in aggregate, as well as individually for individual channel level performance and optimization opportunities. So hopefully this answers the question of where I would start in terms of kickstarting both SEO and SEM efforts and initiatives as you look forward towards a lot of the reopenings of economies that we certainly look to see come while everyone is staying healthy and safe. So hopefully this answers the question, And if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at info@morevisibility.com, and we would be happy to answer those.